We live? We're live. I think. Dang, that was a quick notification.
Ow.
About damn time. I would hope that it gave you a notification quick since you're here.
Usually does it?
No. Usually takes a while.
No, I usually don't get one.
Oh, really? Randy, what's up, man? Jacob, what's going on? What's up, ugly? What are you talking about? I'm a gorgeous specimen. What's up, Chris? Randy, dude, that trailer is looking freaking awesome. Actually, the whole car. Are you 100% ready to go way early before the season has even started? It's so cool. You went for a cruise or what? Almost. Nice. What's everybody doing tonight? Tanya is fixing her mistake.
Not my mistake, our mistake.
Yeah,
We both
our
fucked
mistake. Screwed up when we were putting the heads on. I just forgot to put one of the dowels in on this side, so I got to take this head back off and put the dowel in. Waiting at my shop to sell my Nova. Oh, nice.
Is that Trent?
No, no. No, that was Robert.
Hotel?
No, Penn. The overdrive works so good. Fixing your lawnmower. Man, you're just getting ahead of every season, aren't you? Yeah. Chris said, just got home from work, waiting for the damn rain to stop so I can get the car and do some tuning. Nice. Raining out there, huh? It was a nice day today. Cody, what's up, stranger? Where are you at these days? 66 Nova wagon. Is it a good thing that it's going away, or is it a sad thing that it's going away? Cody, I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. Makes me sad. Georgia. Bleh. No, thank you. It's Texas, bro. We get all seasons in one day. Yeah. So I've heard that a lot from, people that live in Texas right now. I'm used to that in Colorado. We'll get I've seen like 50-degree swings in temperature or something. It's crazy. It'd be snowing in the morning. It'd be 65 degrees by the end of the day. No, it sucks. Ah, man, that sucks. But yeah, everybody says that about Texas too, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I think a lot of people assume that it's just always warmer than normal, but you're right, it swings quite a bit. We've had decent temperature swings. Nothing crazy though. I mean, I think we're used to bigger temp swings in Colorado. What you doing, girl? What do you need?
Nothing.
Oh.
I have everything I need.
Oh, get to it.
You know what?
We gotta get this off, get the dowel back in there, and then get the head back on before this live session ends. Well, it's not looking at you, it's looking at my face.
I know. Let me take it off the same way you put it on.
Yeah, probably be a good idea, at least. Yeah, I know. What do you guys do? So when you're taking off your head studs, do you go in the reversed order that you torqued them down, or you guys just impact them off? Yeah.
I don't know if I can get this.
I'm in the PNW, mostly rain, winter. Yeah, I've noticed actually where we're at, there's quite a bit of rain. I guess this is the rainy season for us too. Oh, guys hear coyotes? He's like right outside. Can you guys hear that coyotes in the background?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's like in our backyard. That bastard.
It's like right here.
See if we can see him. Cody, how's work going? This is the new gig. It's making Al go crazy. Al's barking too. Must be close. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Is that what you were talking? That's what you're talking about. Isn't it just always rain out there? Okay, but I missed my peeps. I know, Cody, I feel like I was just talking to Troy today. He's like, everybody's leaving me. I feel bad. I told him always gonna, I mean, I don't think he wants to be in Colorado anymore either, so I told him, well, you got a bunch of different places to choose from. Everybody went separate ways. Salem. Oh, geez, not that fine piece of Craftsman impact. Salem, Oregon. Did you go to Salem?
No, I want to.
Yeah, you want to. Tanya
Oh,
wants
no,
to go
wait.
visit there.
No, I went to Oregon, but I don't want to go there. I want to go somewhere
Oh, okay. She wants to go somewhere else.
else. Feel Massachusetts.
The one time you went up there, it was nice weather the whole time you guys are out there.
Girl, I'm not strong enough.
Huh? Use work smarter, not harder.
That's what I'm doing. No, I don't like extending it.
Just try it. Look at that. If you're weak, use the leverage. Yeah, we hadn't done a live session in a long time, so I figured we'd hang out a little bit while Tanya's fixing her and only her mistake.
No, it's not. Hey,
You should have caught it.
you know,
What's everybody's opinion on reusing this gasket? Because I'm gonna.
well, we're reusing it. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we're absolutely putting it back in. But like, I mean, because we haven't like heat cycled it or anything. Nothing's been run. It's just we did torque it down though, unfortunately. Crushed the gasket. I guess people do worse things. This might be a comedy show. Hell yeah, slap it on and send it. All right, Caesar said it's good to go. We're good.
Who's Caesar? Like the salad?
Look at the what? No. Which one are you reusing head gasket? What do you mean? We took this one apart. This was the motor that was in the truck. And so we had to take the heads off because we were putting different ones on there. So we use the same kind of gaskets as we used last time. They're just LS9 gaskets. But we torqued it down because we thought we were good to go, and now we're having to take it back off and then put it back on. So we're gonna reuse it anyway. But I mean, I guess it's not technically reusing because we haven't even ran the motor. We're just re-torquing it down. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to, right off the bat, talk about the Civic so that I didn't get 3 freaking comments right away asking where the Civic is at. I know it shouldn't bother me, but it kind of does. Just everybody constantly asking. Because, I mean, we've referenced what's going on with the Civic in numerous videos. And, like, lately, every video that we've done, we keep hearing, or somebody comments, what's going on with the Civic? Well, if you watch the videos, you'd know. Go ahead. Rip it. So, yeah. As we've said in the other videos, the Civic is getting put on hold temporarily in place of the El Camino. So it's actually right outside the door. It's sitting on our concrete pad up there. Just waiting, unfortunately. There's a lot of, we want to be able to do it all here now that we're here and we got the shop and everything. And we need a lot of stuff and skills. I mean, If we're gonna do it all ourselves, we got a long way to go before the shop is capable and we are capable of doing it ourselves, so. That's what's going on with the Civic, in case anybody asks. You wanna sell the old slicks off, Liam? Do we have the old slicks off, Liam? Yeah, we got them. You can, oh yeah, right over here. You guys come pick them up, have at it. I mean, they'll still work somewhat, they'll still work great at the track. Just on the street, we used them way longer than we normally do, so. Yeah, if you're in the area, you wanna come by and grab them, by all means, come pick them up. We'll have another set that we'll sell here soon, because I wanna start cycling those slicks out a little bit more often. Keep a fresher set on them. My dad will go to Canton soon. Going to use them for mock-up. Oh yeah, come grab them then. Definitely. Is that, will he pass through on the way to Canton? Is that what you're saying? I don't know where Canton is. But yeah, if you got Facebook, just hit me up, shoot me a message on there, and we'll coordinate a time. I'm always here, so should be easy to coordinate a date. What you got? You got the studs in?
Not the little ones.
Okay. You got your magnet for all the washers?
Nah, just pull it off.
Oh, okay. The ones in there too? Oh, just one.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Might bind up.
Huh?
I said it might bind up. Okay. Oh, all right. I don't know. I saw in that video we did a time lapse of you, and it was still like it was still like 5 seconds of her just pulling off the head. Oh, where is the dowel? Is it in the head?
Yeah. It's right on the top. Top left.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna try to get that out. Oh, that's. You tapped it in when you put the head on its face.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you.
I did not.
They don't sit
I
in
did
there.
not put it on its face.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I picked them up from them being on their face.
No.
They got on their face somehow.
They were sitting on the can.
You sit on a throne of lies.
You're so stupid. They were sitting on the damn can.
Oh, man. Mike Who Cheese Harry. What the hell? I don't know. I don't understand what that means.
You just said it.
Oh. Did I get had again?
You got had.
It's been a long time, I guess, since that's happened. That's awesome. What'd you lose? Oh my God, really? Jesus. Damn you, Chris. Always doing that shit to me. I'm excited. We got the motor out the other day, but we're gonna, obviously we'll show it in the video for this this weekend, but got it out of there finally. So I'd like to clean this shit up, but I don't, we'll probably do mock-up and everything with the new motor before we try to clean it up and everything. But I don't know what to do with this damn thing. It's an anchor as far as we're concerned, so I gotta find somebody that actually wants it. That, or I don't know, can we scrap it, I guess? We'll see. See if anybody local wants to mess with that. That thing out yet? Getting there.
Are you watching me?
Yeah. Well, it's better than just staring at my face.
Is it a picture?
Is it a 305 or 350? I don't know. How can I tell? I don't know a damn thing about these motors. Give me identifying features. Let's figure this out right now. don't know either, so hopefully somebody can chime in here and tell us what identifying characteristics there are between the two. I know people still use plenty of people use Turbo 350s, so hopefully somebody needs that for at least a core or something. I don't know the condition of the transmission either, because when we got it, for all I know, it just didn't have enough fluid in it, but that damn thing didn't move. The motor ran surprisingly good, but the line going into to feed the carb was clogged, so it just didn't get any fuel to it. The fuel pump on it worked, but it just couldn't get through to the carb. So we just dripped fuel in from the top to start it up and get it running, and it ran surprisingly good. But then we put it into drive and it didn't go anywhere, just revved. Behind the passenger head, it'll say it. Okay, let me see if I can get something that'll clear the gunk from it. Do I what? Oh yeah, Randy, you know all that. I have a book at the shop, casting numbers on the side of the back of the block. Let's see if we can find it. Get a glove on. That shit gross. Hang on, I'm gonna set you guys down real quick. Shameless Skinny's plug, once again. Get you some. All right. You can't do no time lapse on live video, babe. Hurry up.
Done.
Yep. Thought motor was done. Shush, shush, shush. Shush, Robert. Take it easy over there. I told you we're slow. Part of being slow is doing things multiple times. You wouldn't know nothing about that. You guys are fast and work efficiently. What the hell is that? Sounds like a utility vehicle or something. Kids are driving now. Our neighbors around here are pretty cool. They're just not too far away from us, but far enough away to where we don't bother each other. All right, let's see what we can find. What'd you guys say? Yeah, Robert, that's our mistake, right? Did I do it right that time?
Yeah, but
Yep, our mistake. We forgot one of the dowels, so taking it back off, putting the dowel in there. And no, don't forget a head gasket. That would be embarrassing. I probably wouldn't tell you if we did. The dowel that you smashed onto the ground? All right, we'll look at the motor here in a second. She needs some help. Yeah, forgetting a head gasket, that would be.
That'd be probably do that.
I mean, not like torque everything down though. Like, I think we would notice before we got to the point. No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, I do. What are they?
Oh, got a dime for every time she said that to me.
You'd have 10 cents.
I gotta hurt my feelers. I don't want to take this gasket off, but I don't even have to. I'm gonna take this gasket off. Get off that dowel. Robert, have you ever put a head on and forgotten the gasket? Dang.
There's Al's hair.
You have to tap that in. I think I left the pliers in the house. Needed the pliers to start the grill.
Tap it
You.
in. What?
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 I don't know. Find something. No, but we almost left the head gaskets off prime and welded the heads. That's true. You should have just let him do that.
So, can I use a screwdriver?
There's all really nothing. None of the material came off or nothing. These don't really have like crush zones, do they? They're all completely flat, huh? That's nice.
Where is the hair?
I don't know. You don't need that much force.
Well, what am I tapping it in with?
Grab the big, yeah. You need to learn to use tools improperly. This becomes a hammer when you don't have one.
Well, but that's too big.
It's amateur hour over here, I swear. Both of us. Ooh, take it easy. No. A combination. Use the screwdriver also.
Oh, well, I'm asking you for help, and you're like,
Dual
over there with the
improper
fucking
use.
camera.
See, it's about as good as it gets right there.
Until I fucking hit the.
You have to go back and forth both sides. Yeah, this gasket's got some weight to it. There you go, see? Just work it in. Just tap it in.
Fucking hit myself.
That's funny. Robert, what you guys got coming up? I heard, which I'm assuming if I heard it, you already heard it. I heard there's an all truck thing later this year. You guys think about trying to go to that?
How much do we need this thing?
You're just kind of teetering back and forth.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Here, hold this. Talk to people. You know what?
I'll just put it on you.
No. Put it on yourself.
No, where's the button?
People don't want to see my ugly face. They want to see yours.
Why is it so far zoomed in?
The cell phone?
Robert said his turbos will be ready mid-February.
What turbo is he using? Go about this a different way. I thought you guys were just switching fuel. You guys are switching fuels, right?
Just take the headset out. I think I missed some stuff. What you get triple ceramic ball bearing?
Turbo ceramic ball bearing?
No, I don't know. That was some Bobby guy.
Oh. Bobby who?
Craw. I'm going to leave the inner fenders off.
I'm going M1. My truck should be. Your truck will be ready too. Big booty Judy coming back. I'm so excited about that. Oh, you got all that Hughes stuff that you're going to be using, huh? Hughes performance thing. Hey, I blame you for that $50 that I lost because I didn't win that thing.
Because you always say you don't win shit. You're so negative.
No, I really thought Robert was going to have it rigged for me.
I blame your negative attitude.
Blame your face.
Gotta put out good vibes.
Lovely vibes, 50 of them.
Oh, I'm not even holding the camera very well.
Well. 50 whole good vibes and things. It felt pretty good to me. I heard somebody was doing like a $500 entry fee shootout the other day. didn't hear about anything. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to do it right now, but 500 is a bit steep for me to donate
For what? I wasn't paying attention.
a shootout.
Oh, yeah.
There's some guy from, I don't know if he's from San Antonio, if he's from Austin. I think he's from Austin. Said he was doing something. There you go.
Let me clean it up.
No, I think we're good. Make sure I didn't. Yep. Can't go wrong, right? I think we're gonna, so Robert, I was talking about, doing all those, oh, you missed a bunch of stuff, oh, yeah. Yeah, Robert said, VS has a new line of turbos about to drop. It should have the first set of 88s in the new line. Ooh, excellent. Are we leaving the fender liners off of the El Camino? Yeah, probably. I mean, unless the long drives and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try to keep everything in the engine bay, so if we wanted to put them back in, we could. But if we have to, I'll leave them out. We'll still street drive it a bunch like that. Just have some filters on the turbos. Yeah, I don't know. We asked him about, so I was talking to Matt Rice about upgrading to one of the VS 80s. So I was looking at the one that is just it's the old version. It's just a direct swap out, basically. Because I wanted to be able to do a video where we put this one on the dyno down here to see what it actually, is currently maxing out at. And then literally on the dyno, swap the turbo out. So I wanted it to be identical to what we have. And, but he said they were coming out with a new 80, so maybe that's part of that new line. So I told him, I was like, if you want us to, be a guinea pig, do some testing, we will absolutely do that. Because the new wheel that they have, they don't have the 96 hot side. What you got going on there? Got it? There you go.
Yeah, my jacket got stuck in there.
Oh, cool. Winch racing in the house. What's up, man? Hey, you got a notification. Sweet. Good. Did you have to go into your notifications and switch it to all? Or is it, just YouTube is listening to us and they gave you one? Jake, what's up, man? That would be good info. Yeah, well, I mean, it'd kind of be good info. It'd be nice to know, because I think a lot of people use the 75 mil turbo. I mean, this workhorse cheap turbo. So, I mean, it's cool in the sense of, all right, what you can go from affordable BorgWarner versus very affordable VS Racing, and how much do you really gain from going from 75 to 80? But what would be cool is if I could go, if they had like a billet wheel version or something of the turbo I was already using, that'd be cool to go direct comparison right on the dyno. But either way, it'd be cool. So see if we get any more boost out of it, able to max it out. Zeth, dirt floor fab with the 20. Damn, almost missed a stream. Me and my dad went and looked at a twin for her Elko, but it was pretty rough and riced out. Ah, man. So you guys didn't end up getting it? You don't think you're gonna? Oh, shit. Hopefully I didn't just accidentally time you out. Yep, you have an El Camino twin. Dude, Seth always coming in here just drop, what are they, super chats? Just dropping the super chats like it's his job. I appreciate it, man. Huh? Oh, yeah, don't lose that. No, it just popped up. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mentioned it in the other video, but when, if you end up having a chance to look at it, just see if, because they give you options now for notifications, so might have to change it. Cody said, I didn't have to change anything on the notifications. Saw the video where you said it needed to adjust, but I didn't, and still, okay, cool. Well, and that's the thing, I don't know what, maybe they changed it, when they added the options, it might have been like, I don't know how they determined which it defaulted to when they added the options in, so it may not be a problem. Maybe just nobody watching the videos. What's it making for boost down here compared to Colorado? So I have to speak in the same scale, because unfortunately Holly as useful as it is, they do the PSIG. Sorry. The majority of people are using the PSI or PSIG. And so what that does is it takes whatever the initial reading on the map sensor is for barometric pressure, and then says anything above that baro is considered boost. So in Colorado, it was showing the max it would ever do is about 16, 17 PSIG. But that was based off of an 84 kPa barometric pressure. So it was doing about 204 at the very highest kPa. So basically 15 pounds, if we're comparing apples to apples. Coming down here, it does 200 and I think like 50 kPa or something like that. Basically around, like right around 19 pounds. So I think it actually has hit like 19 and a half or something like that. So call it 20 pounds. So 15 in Colorado, 20 here. Huge, huge, huge difference in the power that the motor is probably making. But, and Robert and Prime both are gonna yell at me, I still haven't checked the training pressure. Because one thing that I noticed is when we went up in gearing, we assumed, well, and down in Colorado, it gave us the gearing that we wanted. We essentially gave ourselves taller gearing. But coming down here, sorry, I'm getting a little bit out of order here. We changed gearing down there because we were thinking that we were gonna run out of gear if we were to do quarter mile, and we had a quarter mile race coming up. So we changed the gear to be able to get through the quarter mile. RPM drop between shifts was about 800 RPM at that power. But because it's making more power down here, that gearing change, it was almost canceled out because now the motor is making more power. So now we only have like a 400 RPM drop between shifts, and I'm pretty much out of gearing again. And it's because there's so much more slip with the current setup. So I think the converter might be doable down here. I really like how quickly it comes up, but if hopefully when we check training pressure, hopefully it's low, and so then we can adjust it to be higher, and that'll tighten everything up. Hopefully I can still use the same converter, but it'll obviously act like a tighter converter. So if we can get it back down to what it was doing in Colorado, or even better, then without actually increasing any power, we should get more mile an hour and hopefully better times all around. It'll just be slipping a lot less. I think right now we have about 25% slip based on just like rough estimates. Let's see here. Oh, it's like, oh. Yeah, my notifications just started working again. Good. Yeah, see, when we said something, and so YouTube heard us because they're always listening, and they were like, oh, we better give him notifications now. I checked it all and still just started working again, but it was definitely a couple of weeks that it wasn't working. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Notifications are really strange. Like I was just listening to somebody, that Blue Collar Street Racing channel, they were saying they have like drastically low numbers right now on Facebook, and they're thinking they're kind of getting like background banned, basically, possibly. They do some pretty risque memes, so maybe Facebook didn't like it, and they're background banning them. What do we got here? Yeah, the boost-wise, it's a huge difference, but like I said, we're not really getting all of it, so I'm curious to see what it actually does when we put it on the dyno, because I don't think it's gonna be a drastic difference in power. I mean, significant for sure, but I don't think we're getting the full increase in what 5 pounds would actually make. Hang on, I'm gonna plug this in real quick because live video chews through the battery. All right. God damn it. Chris is setting me up again. Let's see. Robert said, check trans pressure and let us get you a dump valve. So I was wondering, especially now that you're a dealer, what is that setup costing everybody? So can we run, do I have to change valve body? Or can I use the existing one, or do we need to know what's in there before we can determine whether I need to change that? Or is it all external? And then does it require their converter, or are we literally just bleeding off, line pressure? I'd be very curious, because yeah, if it's something where, I mean, I'd have to go and send my Holly off, because obviously I've only got a minimal ports to work with now, because or no, wait, I have outputs, so we're good. I got the outputs I need, don't you worry. I know, at some point, we will send the Holly off, and I'll get it fixed. All right, Chris, I will bite. How many eyes does a black rooster have? Or wait, that says roaster, I'm assuming you meant rooster. Yeah. I don't know how many. Mine only work if I have the app open, which is weird. Oh yeah, that is weird. I think it's a phone setting. You gotta go in there and allow it to do stuff in background. Chris said, okay, well how many legs does a black rooster have? It is supposed to be rooster, right? Not roaster, because that's what keeps coming up. It's probably auto-correcting. Y'all working on her engine? Yeah, that's what she's working on right now. We forgot to put one of the dowels in there, so. Oh, now it's me? We went from it being her fault to our fault to my fault. Funny how money goes the other way around. It's mine, then it's ours, then it's yours. But blame is yours, then ours.
Buy a digital one.
Nah, screw you. What do you need it at?
25.
It's there. Ta-da.
I think I did it. Hold on. I saved it to my phone.
Yeah, 25, 30-ish, it's fine. Here, let's do it at 30, because I don't trust 25, as that's the lowest setting on there. First one's going to 35. Bueno.
Oh, it's supposed to go to 35.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go. So yeah, we forgot to put the dowel in. We're afraid that the head gasket wasn't going to stay nicely in place, so I had to take it off. Make sure you got all those washers. You got all the washers in there? No double washers? All right, hey, I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Not my engine. Let's see, we'll need to pull the pump. Ooh, balls. And modify it. Message me and we can get you fixed up. No change in valve body, but that way we can turn pressure up and adjust converter pressure to prevent thrusting. Okay, so it's a pump thing. So, tranny definitely has to come out to set that thing up. I thought you guys were talking about being able to adjust that pressure directly without having all of that external stuff. I wouldn't mind the valves because it would be nice to use as, like you guys are doing right now with increasing lockup during the pass. That's some fancy shit I would love to mess with. Dirt Floor Fab says, sorry I had a phone call. No, I'm playing hardball with the guy. He said it was super clean. He just wants something we can throw my old engine in this year that I gave him. Oh, nice. Okay. Which motor did you give him? You give him the old one from your car? Chris said, how many whiskers does a white cat have? I don't know if these are all related or not. I feel like he's like, or maybe I've already made myself look like an ass just by reading his questions. No, I'll be honest, I don't pay attention very good. And dump as needed for power management, for boost building. Yeah, no, that's nice. I mean, it's cool because actually, if we end up doing that, I have another converter that acted a hell of a lot tighter than the current one that we have in there. So that one was meant to really loosen everything up for altitude. We'll see how it acts when we increase pressure to see if maybe we can stick with it. But if not, I have another converter that was supposed to be for that setup, but was way too tight when we were in Colorado. It works great. It works fine down here, though. Derek, have you tried the Athena gasket with fire rings? No, not on these. I mean, we don't make a crazy amount of power on these things. So the stock LS9 head gaskets seem to hold just fine at, even well over 1,000. So that's all we're using. We've used a couple of different types of gaskets. and O-ring setups with the small motor stuff, like when we were doing Honda motors. I think it was, I don't know, I can't remember if it was JE or Golden Eagle that had the Pro Seal gaskets. They had, different ridges that created like little crush areas, almost like an O-ring. Those, they worked out all right, but really the stock Honda ones were they were always pretty good to go. And then I had another, on Bora's Integra, he did copper gaskets with O-rings. Did a couple O-ring combinations. Copper O-ring versus copper gasket and steel O-ring, all sorts of stuff. You can dump off of a fixed amount, but it will pretty much just allow line pressure to be raised and charge pressure to be lowered. It's pretty much a fixed leak. So that'll be good. I mean, even if we don't set up the front wheel speed sensor or, both wheel speed sensors to govern, how much that, because you guys are just doing it based off of time, right? So I could do that as well. So it'd just be nice to have the control. Really, I just want to be able to see the car or the truck trap what it's supposed to trap. That's the biggest thing. It's always mile an hour horrible, especially on the back half. I don't know, more. I mean, in the 8th mile, it's kind of always been close, I guess, but if it's making like 1,000 horsepower, I would imagine that would trap like mid 120s in the 8th or something like that. But I don't know, in Colorado, when it was making about 750, it was a good 5 mile an hour off in the 8th, and probably even more mile an hour off in the quarter. Yeah, JE, that's right, JE Pro Seals. Yeah, we had good luck with those. Those were bad. They were the only gaskets because we couldn't get Cometics to seal to save our life with the Honda motors. So it was just stock ones. We tried a couple from like the part stores. What was it? They have them, they're all blue now. I can't remember what company it is that you could just go, Felpro. And they used to be good because they used to look identical to a stock Honda gasket. I'm pretty positive it was the same people that were making them. And they worked great, but as soon as they went to the blue ones, we started having issues with them, or any kind of knockoff ones, but stock Honda, it's the shit. Check out Hugh's performance video on dump valves. Has 2 videos, one on single and one on dual. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that then. An idea. Why are you selling me, Robert? God damn it. I'm supposed to just be checking pressure, and then we're just gonna raise overall pressure so that I can at least be not 25% slip on that bitch. Cometics are very picky about how they seal. Yeah, I don't know, we never had a whole lot of good, well, it's not like they just, we went through them like crazy. It was just for the price, we expected something better than stock, and we never got any better than stock. If anything, it was slightly less holding power, I guess, or however you want to call it. We had more head gasket issues when we used the Cometics, so we're like, well, screw this. For the price of a stock one, we'll just stick with stock. Why are we gonna go to a higher price? Felpro, I'm assuming you meant garbage. Nah, man, Felpros used to be good, especially for the price. But yeah, not anymore. They're garbage. For DSM, yeah. Felpros used to work great. And maybe they have fixed, but as soon as they switched over to blue, we started realizing we had some issues with them. When I was building Hondas back in the day, I used JE and Cometic, yeah. JE's came out with that when I was doing the nitrous Civic, and we used them, but they worked just as good as the stock ones.
Is that
so
50?
Went back to the stock ones. Let's see what we got here. That is 55.
Motherfucker.
Good enough. Well, because so this mark is labeled 55, so you're on the 0.
Oh, it's this
You're
mark.
on-
Oh, gotcha,
yeah, the
gotcha.
bottom,
So
the
then I
bottom
would
one.
need to be on 40
If you
plus
wanted to
10.
be 50, then you would subtract 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get it?
Can we get a digital one?
Man, you spoiled. Right here.
Can you be on the 40
take care of the team. I appreciate it. Dude, you know what actually really got me excited, Robert, was this truck race, because there's a lot of trucks down here that are pretty freaking nasty. And I'm sure there's going to be ones from all over the place. But I'm excited because the area that they said it was going to be in is going to, I think there will be a lot of guys that I've, never raced before, and rarely get the opportunity to, from like East Coast. I think a lot of East Coast guys might end up going. So I'm excited for that. Anyone remember VCC and GCC on DSM? I do not. I'm not sure what that is. I've always had good luck with Cometic and a mist of copper spray. Yeah, so I avoided copper spray on aluminum motors like the plague. The solid copper gaskets, though, I've been very impressed with how those do, but them bitches are pricey. But, I mean, if you put it together the right way and you take care of the motor, I think Boras has been together. I mean, granted, it hasn't ran in a couple of years, but he had a good, 6 years of hard abuse on that motor. and we made some mistakes. It wasn't always running happily. That nitrous, Jake said that nitrous Civic was so dope, man. So different from what you usually see. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really common. It was more common in other areas, areas where all motor was more common. So, yeah, it was definitely very rare because it was a stupid idea for trying to do that at altitude, because it was just, we're at such a disadvantage right off the bat. I mean, motor-wise, just to put it into perspective, corrected, so with a correction factor at altitude, it would make like 218 or something like that, 216, 218. We took it down to Oklahoma, and uncorrected, it made, I think, 238 or something like that. So corrected, 218, uncorrected, 230 something. It was, yeah, it felt like a freaking 40 shot on the motor when we went down there. But we had a lot of problems. That car, the primary goal for that thing was just to learn nitrous. I didn't know a whole lot about nitrous, so I was like, screw it. And being in Colorado, we didn't have a whole lot of nitrous cars to tune. So even the customer cars, they were all turbo cars, not a whole lot of all motor or nitrous stuff. So I was like, all right, well, the only way I'm gonna learn is if I do it myself. But conveniently, because we did the nitrous car, a bunch of other nitrous cars I was able to work with. So Bora's car and a couple other customers. And everything that I learned from my car, I applied to those. And the problems that we had with my car, we did not have with the other customers' cars. So whatever the issue was with my car, it was physical and not tuning related. So I called it a success, and we moved on. We sold the car, and went for something else. But I feel like I learned what I wanted to learn, so I was pleased with how that worked out. Plus, man, that shit is just fun. I'm sorry, nitrous cars are fun.
So 75.
Ugh. Oh shit, I almost hit the camera. 75. Dan, look at you. Yeah. Yep. Is that your last step? Yeah. Go to 85. Go to 85? Yeah. Martha, fuck. Or 80, sorry. 5 up.
So to 0? Oh, to 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Here, show it to me when you're done.
Or walk it.
Which said,
Walk it.
I'm good. What? What do you
Walk
mean?
it.
Oh.
Is it wrong?
What were you trying to do? 80?
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you walk it?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm getting ready to put my engine together. That's why I asked about the Athena's head gasket. I figured it would add a little bit of safety net for boost. People are doing ridiculous things on stock gaskets. I would just use if there's not a giant cost difference, then go with whichever one. But the LS9 gaskets, are proven to, is your goal below 1,000 horsepower or even slightly above it? If it is, then just head studs and LS9 gaskets will seem to do perfectly fine. Ran my D series in my smart car at 20 pounds and 100 shot. Dude, that sounds like a blast. Trucks have gotten super popular. Yeah, I know. I don't know when it happened really. I think it happened without really noticing when we did the truck. I think right then kind of trucks were becoming this thing, but man, I've always wanted to have a hard body ever since I was in middle school. Let's see, Dirt Fuller Fab says, them half-inch studs torqued to 125 foot-pounds. I'm gonna be cringing the whole time. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Tanya could get to 125. Did you turn the motor? Oh, you could have turned it so that it's upright, so then you're just pulling. Oh, pelvic thrusting. All-wheel drive trucks getting even more popular as well as cars. Yeah, the all-wheel drive Civics, obviously. I thought there was going to be a bigger push for the Civics. I thought they were going to be more popular. They're really popular, yeah, but I think that's the problem. Doing it properly is expensive. And so I don't think we saw as many as we thought we were going to. I thought that class at World Cup Finals was going to be huge. They were going to be able to have a solely all-wheel drive, Honda class. And I saw a couple of people that were advertising other races to have all-wheel drive Civic classes or Honda classes, but I don't know. I haven't seen as much as I thought we were going to. And the all-wheel drive, the four-wheel drive trucks, the all-wheel drive trucks, there's definitely quite a few more of them, but the properly, quick ones, they're still not that. They're still far and few between. It takes a lot of work to get those trucks to work all-wheel drive, and what they end up seeing, and Robert will attest to this, is you get to a certain point and you realize rear-wheel drive would actually be faster. And so that's why I think you'll see a lot of moderate, builds, a 600 and 700 horsepower truck build is freaking awesome. But the really gnarly ones, once you start trying to be really fast, even on the street, especially at the track, you start realizing it's diminishing returns, and I think rear-wheel drive ends up being the better bet. The weight that you're able to lose from getting rid of all the four-wheel drive shit, and the fact that you still have to be a fast rear-wheel drive vehicle to be a fast four-wheel drive vehicle, if that makes sense. It's the same thing with the Honda. You kind of have to have a fast front-wheel drive platform to be properly fast, as fast as you should be with an all-wheel drive Civic. So, I don't know, that's my opinion on it. Let's see, Boosted SS said, I've heard the Athenas are having a ton of issues. Okay, if your range is 800 to 1200, yeah, I would just use the LS9 gaskets. They're tested and proven to take a beating. I also read that the Athena gaskets were bought out by SCE, which makes all of the copper gaskets, and if you go to their website, they say they'll be available in May. Copper. I've seen copper do pretty well. But like I said, if that's your goals, if you think you're going to hover around 800 to 1,000 every now and then, YOLO, turn it up to 1,200, I think you'll be fine with the LS9 gaskets. Depending on what LS motor you're going with, I think you're just kind of at the limit of the head, bolting surfaces.
25?
What do you mean 25? Oh, for the little ones?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's basically the lowest it goes.
Did you lock it?
No, I don't know if you had it locked.
No, I didn't.
You did. There you go. Yeah, so I don't know. Gasket, it's up to you. If I had run the Athenas before and I had an issue with them, or if I ran them and I didn't have an issue, then I'd have more of an opinion. But to me, if it was me, which, we're putting this motor together, and our decision-making process was, we know the LS9 gaskets work for what we're trying to do. They work for beyond what we're trying to do, so they'll definitely be good for us. So I like to stick with what I know for sure. So, but if you use the Athenas and you have a problem, or you don't have a problem, then from then on you can speak to, whether or not whether or not they're good or bad. I unfortunately don't have the experience with it to give you that solid answer. So, let's see how Tanya's doing. Got it plugged in for a little while. We should survive. Oh, she almost done? Hopefully. So this is how you do it right here. Just sit on the couch. Sitting on the couch over there while she works on it. Yeah, it's probably not the greatest. I mean, I'll feel them by hand too. That wigs me out because that's the lowest setting on the ratchet. You can get some new water pump gaskets too. Hey, we did the pulley the right way this time. Hooray us. Not morons and froze it instead of heated it. I'm an idiot. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, so we were looking at the El Camino, just a giant engine bay. I really like frame vehicles. It just makes things so much easier. All I got to worry about is the frame. I don't have to worry about suspension towers and shit like that getting in the way. It's wonderful. But yeah, I think, so you guys remember what the setup looked like with the two manifolds that Hayden made, that we rigged up from the stock manifolds, how tightly they were packed to the engine itself. We'll probably still use those initially in here. And so I think there's just gonna be just tons of room all over the place. So hopefully we can put that to use. Done?
Yeah. No.
Completely? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm done working on it. I'm going completely.
Jeez, get it together. Uh, 5.3 block, Eagle crank rods, Arias pistons. It's a 3-stroker kit. So yeah, the only thing that it's just the extra head stud that you have with, like, so for example, like the LS Next blocks and stuff like that. That's kind of, I don't know, to me, I've always thought whatever, like the stock motor can almost do what a pistons and rods motor can do as far as, you know, survivable power. Because I think once you start going beyond 1200, you start running into, you know, with stock casting heads and without the extra head studs that you get with the other blocks. I mean, how much, you spend all the money on the rods and the pistons and you only allow yourself to get, you know, maybe 100 to 200 more. So, but if it's got the extra head studs, then shit, yeah, badass. Huh? Yeah.
Can I do the rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
didn't know if you wanted to check anything.
no, I mean, you did all the head studs, right?
No.
Did them in order?
Yeah. Twice.
Twice? Okay, on each setting? Did them twice? Good. Yep. Him, yeah, don't you put that evil on us. So then remember when you're tightening those down?
No.
Don't remember?
No, I didn't.
Lying to me? Let's see, I missed one. If you look up Snick Snails on YouTube, he's got a twin turbo blow-through carb that he just upgraded the heads and used Athena gaskets. First pass out, they failed. Oh no. I mean, did he say anything else went wrong, or is it just only difference was head gaskets and they failed? That would suck.
Nothing else we have?
No, we got just stock GM shit. Let's see how Robert was asking me how the tires were. I didn't actually take a close look. Yeah, so we got a couple of slits in here. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. Oh, wait, shit. I was getting angry. Yeah, you can see one. This is what, here, let me see if I can zoom in for you. Are you able to see that little slit in there? That's what that damn road did to my tires. I'm sure there's a bunch of them, but I mean, yeah, so I can see a couple here and there. Oh, that road was rough. really, I mean, it's flat out, it was gravel. It was gravel with a little bit of a binder. Let's see, Dirt Floor Fab said, I'm hoping to build my engine maybe next year and see what the half-inch upgrade will do. I've heard about 1600-ish crank. Yeah, that sounds, let's see, what would that be? I mean, how much loss is there really? I guess through an auto, there'd be a decent amount of loss. So what does that get you? I don't know. I mean, 1200 horsepower through a turbo 400, I wonder what that is to the crank. Billy B Designs, what's up, man? I need a lot different turbo to be even close to that. Yeah, that's gonna take a good chunk of turbo. What do you have on there right now? What turbo are you using? Snake Sale, do they have something to do with blow-throughs, like how to build them or something like that? All right. Winch, what are you using for tuning? That's not carbureted, is it? Yeah, she's doing her thing. It's not on you, it's on me. Yeah, well, now I know all I have to do is lie to you. Okay, now it's on me. She's shy. I don't know how the hell she's shy. Huh? I said, I don't know how the hell you're shy. You're on video all the damn time now. Get used to it. Oh, it's unfortunate. T6 Bullseye S480. Oh, okay. Is it, so, actually, that's kind of, I guess, what I'm going for, the VS80. Is it a 96 turbine wheel with the 132 AR? Hot side. Your LS will be carved. What is the deal? Why everybody, how you get an LS and then you go carburetor? What's wrong with you? Especially when you have inexpensive management systems like Terminator X's. Crazy.
Can you turn it up?
What? Yeah. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I'd say maybe 2. I don't remember how strong that one is, but like, we'll feel one. Which one's down?
These two look like they're up.
Turn the motor. I told you.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
You snug them all at least?
Yeah,
They're all run down. Okay. Yep, 132 AR. Okay, yeah, so that's essentially what I'm going to be getting from VS Racing for the truck. It's just an 80, going 75 to 80. See what it does. Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah. Terminator X is a game changer. Everybody should be doing fuel injected. I completely agree. I mean, if it's a comfort thing, if you just, you know, if you're always doing stuff yourself and you don't have the knowledge to do fuel injection, then that's cool. And there's a cost to get into it. If you're already set up on carburetor, that's one thing. But if you're sitting there with no motor or anything and you haven't made the decision yet, you're crazy to go carbureted. Anyone going carb these days is just doing it to say that they did. Well, not necessarily. I mean, I do see the reason of if you do not know what the hell you're doing with the computer and you don't quite understand how to make fuel injection work, but you know the other stuff and you don't have the ability to, like, you know, go into town and get somebody to tune your car, I get it. That's a perfectly reasonable scenario. So, what you got?
Oh, these two look down.
Tighten up the ones that tighten up all the other ones. Thought you remembered what we did.
Yeah, I do, but I mean, you couldn't tell either.
You're good.
Okay.
I'm amazing. Right.
You literally could not tell last time.
You know what? You're probably right. That one's down.
So time on the other one up?
Yeah. Hang on.
Can you use this one? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I was running Turbo Edit on my Smart Turbo Edit. I don't think I've ever used that. Yeah, Terminator X, it's just, It's so damn good for the money. And I know some people are having a little bit of hardware issues here and there, but still for the price, you can't really beat it. And just make sure they all stay centered over them. If it starts wanting to turn, then it probably has some pressure on it. Know what I mean?
No.
Just going carb because I already have it. Okay, see, that's an understandable thing. If you already have it, then it's a significant monetary thing to get intake manifold, injectors, different fuel pump lines and everything. I get that. It's big. But if you have an LS and you're planning on using stock manifold shit, and it's a matter of just upgrading injectors and getting a Terminator X, it'd be crazy to go and buy carburetor stuff to switch it over. That's crazy. Turbo John is local to me, so I was gonna go blow through because I have a good tuner. Yeah, dude, I like watching that Turbo John guy's videos. That shit, he got me pretty addicted to watching his videos. He's just so pleasant. When he's talking, it's just, I don't know, he sounds like he's got such a nice voice. Sounds so friendly. That said, bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. How you doing? You getting there?
Satisfactory?
I don't know.
B plus. B minus?
Unacceptable.
Just making sure these are all set.
Yeah. Good. Well, that's cool. So wait, he's Turbo John's local to you. Where is that at? Y'all are over on the East Coast. I don't know. I'm excited to get into that. We're probably gonna have to do like a major update to the Terminator X. We bought it like when they first came out, and all we did was start up the truck with it, and then we put it back in the box. So I'm sure they've come out with a lot of updates. Oh, North Carolina. Okay. Man, he does a lot of racing. It looks like YouTube full time. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind racing and doing this shit for a living. Seems like a good time.
It's this one, right?
Is going up or down?
Up. This one still looks like it's up too.
Yeah, well, the majority of them are going to be up.
So confused.
This one's going down.
So this is the one that I didn't tighten though.
Okay. So,
So tighten it?
I don't know where you're at now. I'm lost. Make sure they're all tight.
That's what I was trying to do, but you confused the shit out of me.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to tighten one that has, like, so when it's pushing it down, I don't want to tighten that on all the way. It's really hard to keep it centered. It wants to turn with it because it's got a lot of pressure from the spring on it. You want to tighten them all down when they're all up. I'm not a good teacher.
You're not.
Not good at it. Plus, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing that much either. This one's all the way up, this one's down, this one's down. So the rest of them tighten them.
So this, wait,
This one's down.
to tighten the rest of them?
Yep. Oh, somebody just invited me to a private group called Slush. I don't know what that means. I don't think Turbo John does YouTube full time. John Doc does. I thought I looked at Turbo John's Facebook the other day, and I thought it said for his occupation YouTube, but
Well, I mean,
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
nobody's stuff is accurate on Facebook.
Mine is.
Mine's not.
What do you have on yours?
Last job I loaded was like, when I was in
Oh,
high
well,
school.
I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I watched a couple of John Doc's videos too. I mean, it's, I don't know. I like Turbo John's better, honestly. Don't tell him. Don't tell John Doc I said that. Oh shit! I keep pressing that. Turbo John's full time. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, has a full time job. Oh, okay. He does a lot of goddamn video for having a full time job. Good for him. Might grab that Turbo 350 from you. in my Smart due to drive shaft being 9 inches already. When I do the K20 Turbo 350 adapter. Shit, if you get that off our hands too, take the motor while you're at it. I don't know how much that stuff's worth either, so you guys, let me know. Right now it's in our way. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do, full-time job and this stuff, but I mean, yeah, you put in the effort. I mean, you get the success that he's having, so we're trying to put in as much effort as we can to get this video stuff moving again, but it's a little tough with a full-time job. If Tanya would go out and video racing and stuff while I was working, that'd be awesome. Do some daytime, weekday stuff in the summer. Well, you do now. Now she works, so we can't do that. Gotta make that El Camino money. How confident do you feel in this? On a 1 to 10 scale.
I mean, 10, because the other motor stayed together.
That's true. But you had more guidance. Bora was there.
Hardly. He was doing other things.
Yeah, he was drilling out head studs, or drilling out exhaust manifold studs. That shit sucked. Let's see, what else? I wanted to rant about, it wasn't just about the Civic. I was gonna rant about something else. I hate that. I should probably just do live or do video when I feel like I need to make a rant, because then I forget about it.
Use a diva.
Yeah, right. I mean, how often do I really rant about stuff? It's not very often. Don't look at me like that. My Turbo 400 has a bolt-on yoke, so it won't work. Ah, boo. Have any opinion on what 2 Walbros will max at on E85? I don't have that great of a test. So the ones that we've done multiple Walbros on had fuel line limitations. So I have no idea what they will go up to, but let's see, on a 4-cylinder application, it was like just under 900 horsepower on E85. And like I said, that was a fuel line limitation at that point, so I don't know what it would do if it had proper line. A lot more. I'd be amazed at what. Yeah, so we did like 690 or something like that, or yeah, it was like 640, I think, on single 255 with proper lines and everything. So, especially with the Honda stuff, we were always running out of pump. And everybody thought it was pump. So they would upgrade the pump and they would get a little bit more, but not really a whole lot more. Because they didn't realize that most of the time, if they were doing a Walbro 255 through stock lines, they were running out of line before they were running out of pump.
This is taking me entirely too long.
It's taking a long time. Not gonna lie to you. Now you know how I feel.
Well, but the difference is I'll get faster.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Rude, however true. Yeah. It's like a TH476 or something. What the hell? Driveline place said it wouldn't work. Boo. Okay. What sizes does Walbro make? I know 255 and what, 340? Then we got 400. Actually, I didn't look at that. 2 Walbros. Are you talking about 2 255s or 2 400s? One thing that I've been pretty impressed with, I know Matt did a couple of tests with that brushless pump. Was it a Holley brushless? I don't know. There's a couple of companies that are going to the brushless stuff. 450. Oh, is it a Walbro 450? Really? I stopped buying Walbros because there were so many fakes out there. Yeah, it's kind of tough to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, to me, unless you've got some crazy deal on Walbros that you know are legit, I mean, how much do the 450s cost? Because, I mean, these MagnaFuel pumps are really affordable. I mean, they're like, are they in the 300s or are they like 430? It's like 430 bucks for the 750s that we use. I don't think so. That's dogs. I I don't know. It's a really good pump. It's kind of noisy, sure, but if you're going to be putting it outside the car, it's definitely not that bad. And they just work. I mean, I haven't replaced, taken apart, rebuilt this pump at all, and it's working great. I mean, it's all faded from being in the sun all the damn time. Magnafuel makes some good shit. Everyone used to run the Aeromotive 1000. Yeah, dude, the Aeromotive 1000, I'm sorry, I was never a fan of. Mainly just because depending on whether it was the first pull on the dyno or the first pull at the track or the third, it would flow different. I want all A1000s to die in a fire. And that was a nightmare for me. Aeromotive makes the 340. We had an Aeromotive 340 basically catch on fire in one of the tanks that we used it in. I don't know if it was a wiring issue or no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Aeromotive. That was, which one has the yellow plastic portion, the yellow top? Is that Aeromotive? Or is that some part store shit I was thinking of? They make a Hellcat 525 Walbro too. Yeah, the brushless stuff seems pretty crazy. I'm really curious. I mean, that's a pretty big game changer to be able to get a legit, 525 out of a regular size in-tank pump. It's pretty crazy. But then you run into line and orifice size issues. So just a lot of people think that they'll just, drop it in and you'll have that kind of fuel capacity. But if the rest of your fuel system can't do it, then there's no point in really having it. Whole lot of pump and not enough line or injector. What are you doing over there? Trying to get those mounts out? Yeah, okay. AEM has the yellow ones? Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a AEM one then, meltdown. We used it as a helper, or not a helper pump, but the in-tank pump that fed to a sump. And it stopped working, so we took it out to figure out what was going on with it, and it was like completely charred when we took it out of the tank. Like, cool, we were just driving around and freaking bomb waiting to happen. All right, I guess Tanya got this all done. And she's going and working on it. So we're gonna try to, oh, she loud. We're gonna try to do video, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday of mocking this thing up. So we're gonna put this in the El Camino, put turbo manifolds on, take a look at how everything lines up. I don't think we're gonna put the tranny in just yet, so we won't know exactly what angle everything's gonna be at, because I still need to get the transmission cross member for it. I wanna go ahead and just get one that somebody already makes. What are you taking off? The exhaust? Oh, okay. Nice. Aeromotive 6-gallon per minute belt drive pump, debating on prime pump setup. So as far as the prime pump thing goes, I'm not sure what caused the problems with us, but the mechanical pump that we're using on Randy's Jeep, we did have priming issues. The line would drain, but it's not supposed to. You're supposed to use a check valve to where you always, won't drain back that whole line going back if you have depending on where you have the fuel pump. But it didn't work. It had a really hard time while we were cranking. I mean, it's only cranking at like, 250. It's only cranking at like 250 RPM. So it would only build, it would take a long time while cranking to build like 2 PSI of fuel pressure. So even with all of the injectors basically wide open, trying to pour as much fuel in there as we could, it was kind of hard to start. So he put a prime pump in there, starts up perfect every time. So I mean, I recommend a prime pump, but theoretically you shouldn't need one, but do whatever works. Anyway, all right. Well, I told her we would go live until she got the motor done, and she's all done, so I guess I'll start helping her out now. No, that's okay. She's like, I don't want you helping me anyway. No, anyway, appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us for a while. I'll try to start doing more of these. I know I said we were going to do them every Friday, but, you know, if we're not really, we didn't have much to do the last couple of weekends. But anyway, you guys have a good night, and be sure to watch the video. Try to get it up on Tuesday, being pretty regular about having the main video up on Tuesday. And then doing some sort of Throwback Thursday video for Thursdays. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.